I hit the record button before I sat down, so that counts as production value, right? Can't see shit. I do morning pages every day. I don't know if this will help anybody. I do morning pages every day, and I can't remember the woman's first name. I know her last name is Cameron. It comes from The Artist's Way. That's pretty much the biggest thing that I took from that book. I think I got about halfway through it, and then I got distracted by something else. But I do morning pages, 3 pages, handwritten. Just, you could call it a brain dump, you could call it whatever you want, but I do it. And I'm kind of sporadic. If there's one thing I'm consistent on, it's my inconsistency. But every once in a while, and more often than I'd like to admit, I figure something out. And one of the things I almost always talk about is, why am I procrastinating with this? Why am I not writing? Why am I not getting my work done? And today I said to myself, well, you don't want to do it. And I was like, what? You don't want to do it. You don't want to do this PhD. You don't want to do this dissertation. You don't want to do anything. And I kind of felt like that was the first time. Like, I have wanted to not do tasks, not do papers, not do particular meetings or things like that. Sure, little parts of the entire whole, there are things that I don't want to do. But I said, really? And then I said to myself in the writing, well, if you wanted to do it, you would do it. Now that's, to a certain extent, right, capitalism talking. It's productivity bro talking. It's like, if you want to do it, you got to get up at 5 a.m. and do it. I get up at 4:30, so stop. That's a different alarm. But I was wondering, okay, well, let's start there. I don't want to do it. Aldi, by the way, $9. Perfectly fine. I don't want to do it. I don't want to write. I don't want to finish the PhD. I don't want to watch these films. I don't want to do nothing. Just sit here, maybe get a job that allows me to pay my phone bill. I don't want to do it. Now, let's admit, there's a lot of privilege that comes with that. There's a lot of privilege with saying I don't want to instead of I need to. And there's a need there. There's a need to finish. You can call it sunk cost fallacy. I do. But I do want to finish. I'm determined to, but I don't want to. And that's the difference. There's this desire that's lacking. I've dealt with procrastination my whole life. I deal with task initiation issues. Once I get momentum, I'm great. Until somebody stops me, until I am stopped by an interruption, or I'm stopped by a redirection, and then I'm done. Then I'm done for the day. And in a lot of ways, I am emotionally dysregulated at that point. I will spend hours not doing something because I'm afraid I might be interrupted if I start. All of those things play into this idea, I don't want to do it. This idea that, well, if I'm not doing it, I must not want it. Because we only do the things we want. But I think it's more complicated than that, right? We all know it's more complicated than that. But I decided that just for today, I'm going to go ahead with the premise that, no, I don't want to do it. I want to do something else. Instead of thinking, well, what would a person that wants to do this be? What kind of systems and habits and what kind of journaling will I do? Instead of doing all of that today, I don't want to do it. What is that person like? What is the person that just admits they don't want to do it? And so they take the pressure off. And so the shame of not doing it goes away. I think it'll be hard to get rid of that shame because the back of my mind's like, nah, you really want to do it, but I'm going to try. Today, I'm not going to do it. Let's see what happens. 5 minutes.